Join me as I dive deep into the pages of Islam's most sacred book to uncover what's really inside. The Quran is the holy book of Islam, revered by over 1.8 billion Muslims around the world. It's a text that's considered the word of God as revealed to the Prophet Muhammad and is regarded as the ultimate source of guidance for Muslims. For many, it's a book that holds the key to understanding the very fabric of Islam. One of the biggest misconceptions about the Quran is that it's a book of violence and hatred. But the reality is that the Quran is a book that promotes peace, justice, and compassion. It's a book that teaches us to respect and appreciate the diversity of human experience, and to recognize the inherent dignity of every human being. Another challenge people face in understanding the Quran is that it can seem inaccessible and difficult to understand. But the truth is that the Quran is a book that's meant to be read, reflected upon, and applied to our daily lives. It's a book that's full of rich symbolism, powerful stories, and profound wisdom. Despite these challenges, many people are intimidated by the Quran's language and style. But the Quran wasn't written in a vacuum. It was revealed in a specific historical and cultural context, and understanding that context is key to unlocking its deeper meaning and significance. By exploring the Quran's language, structure, and historical context, we can gain a deeper appreciation for its teachings and its role in the lives of Muslims. The Quran is a book that's divided into 114 chapters, each of which is called a surah. These surahs are further divided into verses which are called ayahs. The Quran's structure is designed to facilitate reflection, contemplation, and spiritual growth. At its core, the Quran is a book that's deeply concerned with justice, compassion, and righteousness. It calls on us to recognize the transcendent unity of God, and to live our lives in accordance with His will. It teaches us to cultivate virtues like patience, gratitude, and generosity, and to strive for excellence in all that we do. One of the most powerful verses in the Quran is the 35th verse of the second chapter, Al-Baqarah. It says, "And indeed, we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and crops, but give good tidings to the patient ones." This verse speaks to the human experience of struggle and hardship, and reminds us that these challenges are an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. This verse also speaks to the Quran's emphasis on the importance of community and mutual support. It reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles, and that we're part of a larger community of believers who are striving to live according to God's will. The Quran is full of powerful stories and parables that illustrate its teachings and principles. One of the most famous of these stories is the story of Ibrahim, or Abraham, who was willing to sacrifice his son Ismail in obedience to God's command. This story speaks to the Quran's emphasis on the importance of faith, obedience, and trust in God's plan. The Quran is a book that's had a profound impact on human history, shaping the course of civilization and inspiring countless generations of Muslims. It's a book that continues to guide and inspire Muslims around the world, and its teachings remain as relevant today as they were 1,400 years ago. In summary, the Quran is a book that's revered by Muslims around the world as the Word of God. It's a book that promotes peace, justice, and compassion, and its teachings remain as relevant today as they were 1,400 years ago. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts or questions about the Quran, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want to explore more videos on religious texts, be sure to check out our other videos on the channel.